Welcome back to Face Off. We're entering our final segment of the show here, and we're going to start with our game pick of the week. I just want to remind you guys, I'm 1-0 right now, because I did pick the Colts to beat Seattle, so I'm going to keep my undefeated streak going here. The game this week is the New Orleans Saints heading to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. Derek, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Saints. And the reason for that is they've just been so dominant. And you're looking at New England's, they're 4-1, but with Gronkowski still completely up in the air, literally up in the air when he's coming back, a quote from him that I read right before coming on here was, "I'm going to come back when I feel like I'm ready to come back." Yeah. That's not the player that I'm looking for to come back and play great for a team like this. As good as New England is, I don't see them beating the battle of Graham and Breeze.
No, he's absolutely right, and I'm picking just about anybody against the Patriots at this point. Yeah. I know they're 4-1, but I'm waiting for them to really just drop off, so I'm going Saints all the way.
Normally, I would say Tom Brady will always find a way, but he doesn't have the receiving core this year, so I'm going to have to agree and just go with the Saints on this one.
Great, so you can go 2-0, and now all of us support it.
I can keep my record intact, so I'm going to go New Orleans in this one. And now we'll go to final thoughts. Kyle, what is your final thought today?
Final thought, going back to what I said last week about the Eagles should have been starting Nick Foles all along.
Here we go.
Comes in this week, does a great job, wins the game against the Giants, who are like the best team in the league, I've been told.
They're fantastic.
I think Nick Foles is the guy moving forward. He should have been the starter all along. I'm glad Vic is hurt now. We all knew it was going to happen eventually, so at least he got it out of the way in the beginning of the season. Good thing for him. So my final thought, Nick Foles, I was right.
I'm not going to argue
just
this
you.
Yet. We're not going to argue
just
this
me,
yet.
I was the lowest believer
He was the only
Nick Foles.
We'll wait till next week when he actually plays
in the
a full
Delaware
game.
Valley.
My final thought is going to go to the Jaguars and Broncos game this week. The point spread is a plus 28 for the Broncos, and people are talking if that's too high. The Broncos could win this game by 48, let's be honest. The Jaguars, here's my final thought. Jacksonville, they will finish this season 0-16, and they will be looked at as the worst team in the history of football. Yes, even behind the 0-16, 08 Lions.
Absolutely.
Well, no doubt in my mind. This team has nothing going for them. And their first-round pick, Luke Joeckel, just suffered a season-ending injury, as if it couldn't get much worse for them. You have Blaine Gabbert at quarterback. The only real weapon is Justin Blackmon, but, he doesn't have a quarterback to throw to him. So I don't see any. They gave up 34 points to the Rams this week. What is Peyton going to do? Peyton's going to annihilate them. So Jaguars will go 0-16 this season. I'm going to stick by that, and they will be looked at as the worst team of all time. So congratulations.
Broncos might as well just sit Peyton Manning.
He'll be out by the third quarter.
Give him the week off.
He'll be out by the third quarter.
And before I get to my final thought, I'll just echo what you said. I can't wait.
I'm actually looking forward to watching
I'm
that.
absolutely.
I can't wait to watch that.
I have never looked forward to a blowout quite as much as this game will be.
My girlfriend's going to take it as an opportunity to get me like antiquing or something. She's
Yeah.
like, look, it's not even a good game.
Oh,
Just watch
no. Honey, you need to sit down and watch the slaughter with me. Because this is going to be hilarious. But my final thought is support Pittsburgh. You got to rally behind the Pirates, and this is echoing what you said last week. I told you they were my second choice if the Braves couldn't do it. The Braves
at this point, I don't want you on my bandwagon.
You're bad luck. Real quick. They conked out real quick. It's all right. I'll get on the bandwagon. But I'm so behind them at this point. If they can beat the Cardinals, I believe that they could totally do it. I believe that there's a definite chance that they'd be able to do it because I said that they echo the Stargell 80s Pirates to me. It's just a young team rallying around McCutchen and those young players. I think they could definitely do it. So support Pittsburgh.
All right, Derek, we're going to stay with you on this one as we go to game ball. Who's your game ball going to this week?
It's no doubt. It's going to Jimmy Graham. I had already picked the Saints to pretty much destroy the Patriots, as that's what I think they'll do. They'll destroy them. But Jimmy Graham has cemented his place in my mind as the number one tight end in football this year.
There's no doubt in my
Going into week 6, even if Gronkowski was there, I don't think that he'd be able to do what Jimmy Graham has done.
Not at all.
And plus, as somebody speaking personally, he's on my fantasy team. Everybody's trying to trade anything to get Jimmy Graham from me. 4 players, 3 players for Jimmy Graham. This man is a fantasy juggernaut.
He's been unreal this year.
It's unstoppable. 36 points. He's averaging over 30 points a week.
He's basically he's a wide receiver. He's their main receiver.
He's better than most wide receivers in the league right now.
My game ball this week is going to go to the St. Louis Cardinals pitcher, Michael Wacha.
Okay.
I think, we're talking about how great the Pirates have been, and I'm supporting them as well. I really thought Pittsburgh was going to win that game at their home. It was Bucktober, the blackout. Fans were going.
Bucktober.
That's the thing. That's what you haven't seen Twitter?
No.
But
What's
no,
Twitter?
I was very impressed by Wacha throwing nearly another no-hitter. He came so close in the his last outing, the regular season, and then this game just coming so close again, shutting down that team who was just hot coming in. My game ball, Michael Wacha.
Yeah, I'm going back to the NFL and with what I thought has been one of the biggest surprises so far this year, and that's Terrell Pryor out in Oakland. This week against the Chargers, he had the highest quarterback rating of any Raiders quarterback since 2002 when Rich Gannon was still there.
The last time they had a
Gannon.
quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
A 135 quarterback rating. He looked great against the Chargers. He's got this team competitive.
They're not going to beat the Broncos or Chiefs, though.
No,
They're
well,
not gonna-
they'll beat the Chiefs. I got hope this week.
I don't know.
But
You can throw your shoulder pads on, put your eye black on.
I could be an offensive lineman on that team if I did that.
Probably, yeah.
All right, well, that's going to do it all this week for us for Face Off. For Derek and Kyle, we'll be back next week. Stay tuned next week.